Today we are going to talk about subtracting integers. We are going to be using the dark green foldable that was handed out to copy down some notes. The other day we talked about how to subtract integers from a number line. Now we're going to learn the rule for subtracting integers. Subtraction is the opposite of addition. So we are going to find the opposite and add. There's two ways we can remember the rule for subtracting integers. It's same, add, opposite, or same, change, change. We'll talk more about that when we get into solving problems. I'm going to be using SAO, same, add, opposite. When I solve subtraction problems, I turn them into addition problems, and then all I have to remember are my integer addition rules. I remember my rule for subtracting by using SAO, which means keep the first number the same, change the subtraction sign to addition, and find the opposite of the second number. So 5 would stay the same. I change subtraction to addition, and the opposite of negative 8 is positive 8. We talked about opposites last week. If I have negative 8, the opposite is positive 8. Well, I know that 5 plus 8 is 13. Let's go to the next one. Again, I'm going to write SAO above my problem. The first number stays the same. I change my subtraction sign to add. And the opposite of 5 is negative 5. Now I have an addition problem with the same signs. 12 plus 5 is 17, and my sign is negative. Letter C. I'm going to write SAO for same, add, opposite. Keep the first number the same. Add. And the opposite of 7 is negative 7. Let's move to the last example. Jotting down SAO. Move down, keep 8 the same. Change our minus to add. The opposite of negative 8 is positive 8, which is positive 16. We're going to head to the middle column now under example 2, and these problems don't have the same signs. So we're going to use SAO once again and solve A, B, and C. Then I'm going to have you do the rest of the foldable on your own. So I like to start by jotting down same, add, opposite on each problem. Here again I have 4 is the same, plus the opposite of 7, negative 7. I have different signs, so I'm going to subtract 7 minus 4, and I get 3. But I'm going to keep the sign of the bigger number, and the bigger number here is negative. So it's a negative 3. And that makes sense. If I take 7 away from 4, I'm going to be negative. 15 minus 19. We can predict that this will be a negative number too. I can't take 19 away from 15. I change my problem to 15 plus a negative 19, and I get a difference of 4. Those two numbers have a difference of 4, and my sign is going to be negative. Last one. negative 8 minus a negative 3. I'm going to keep the negative 8 the same. Change my minus to plus, and the opposite of negative 3 is positive 3. Negative 8 plus 13. I'm moving right on the number line. It's still negative. It's negative 5. I could also think about my bubble picture and draw out 8 negatives if I needed to, and then add 3 positives. Those are my pairs. What do I have left? A negative 5. The rest of the foldable I'd like you to complete on your own. And when you're finished, you're going to show Miss Farley or Mrs. O'Byrne, and we'll make sure you're on the right track. Good job.